AITA for exposing my brother's fake cancer diagnosis after 2 years of family fundraising. My brother told us he had stage 3 lymphoma. I organized the fundraising page. 63 people donated. Then I gave him a lift to what he said was his new hospital, and I saw the appointment card. It was a psychiatrist, not an oncologist. I believed my brother completely. I need to say that first because I need you to understand that this is not a story about me being suspicious or clever. I was entirely taken in, and I think about that constantly. Owen told us he had been diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma at 28 years old. He showed our parents and me what appeared to be a letter from a hospital consultant. He was losing weight. He was tired. He started going to appointments alone, which he said was because he didn't want to make it a big deal. He said he needed to maintain some normality. I am the older sibling. I took it upon myself to try to help. I organized a fundraising page. I posted about it, I shared it, I asked everyone I knew. 63 people donated. The total raised was £14,200. Owen said it was going toward private treatment costs and medication not covered on the health service. About 6 months ago, Owen mentioned he was switching to a new hospital. He asked if I could give him a lift to his first appointment there the following Tuesday. I said, of course. Of course. On the Tuesday, I pulled up outside his flat and we drove to the address he'd given me. It was a medical building, professional looking, nothing unusual. When we arrived at reception, he started to hand over an appointment card. I offered to hold it while he signed in. He handed it to me. The appointment was with a consultant psychiatrist. The name on it was not an oncology department. The words cancer treatment appeared nowhere on the card. I said nothing. I handed it back. I waited in the reception area while he went in. Then I sat in my car in the car park for an hour. Over the following 3 weeks, I contacted the hospital named in the original letter Owen had shown our parents. The consultant named in that letter had never heard of Owen. When I had a doctor friend look at the photocopy I'd kept, she pointed out 3 formatting errors that a genuine NHS letter would not have. The letterhead was wrong. The reference number structure was wrong. The font was wrong. I confronted Owen. He broke down within minutes. He told me he had invented the diagnosis during a severe mental health crisis 2 years ago. He said it had got out of hand. He was crying and he was clearly unwell, and I genuinely believe, that something had gone very wrong with him that he needed real help for. And 63 real people had given 14,000 real pounds to a diagnosis that did not exist. I went to our parents. I laid out everything I had found. Then I contacted every person who had donated. Am I the asshole? Update, 8 months later. Owen was charged with fraud. He entered guilty pleas on the majority of counts. He is receiving a psychiatric treatment program as part of his sentencing conditions, which I believe was the right outcome. I hold both things simultaneously, that he is genuinely mentally unwell and that he committed serious fraud against people who loved him. The legal fees and the repayment conditions have consumed what remained of the money he hadn't spent. The donor who gave £800 at a time she could not afford it, I have thought about her more times than I can count. She received a partial repayment from the fund's remaining balance. Most donors were gracious. 2 were not, and I understand why. My parents have not forgiven me for going to the donors directly without asking them first. My mother says I should have let them handle it. I said, as gently as I could, that they had been in the same room as him every week for nearly 2 years and had not handled it. She has not responded to that. Owen and I do not speak. I don't know if that will change. I miss the version of him I thought I knew. Some days I'm not sure that person existed at all, and that grief is its own particular thing. NTA or AITA, was I wrong to tell the donors? Comment below.